Alright, hello everyone, welcome! We are starting just a little late because we have a player missing, but hopefully we will get them back soon. And I am just taking the moment to set up the cameras, like I said. Twitter notifications are out, so if folks want to retweet that, now is the opportunity. While I get this all situated.
Ew, I cleared my cache and cookies and now I need to sign in to Twitch again.
Ew, signing in, gross.
Ew.
Who's excited to play some Avatar? Yeah!
I am. I can't remember 6-digit numbers right now. Don't mind me. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Where are you on the camera? There you are. Swap that over. I'm telling you, as soon as I have this ready, they're gonna pop in, and then I'll have to go back and fix all of it again. It'll be fun.
I'm getting my hair did tomorrow and getting extensions, and it's going to be fucking cute.
I was gonna say,
Learning how to contour, and it's going to be awesome.
even though you were joking about the rescheduling tomorrow, some work training I had got canceled, so I have just a regular shift tomorrow, and I was like, it could happen since Alien RPG also got rescheduled for the second time on Lost Caravan.
We can't reschedule just because I'll be more cute. That's ridiculous.
Listen,
I mean, not for me, but
we can blame Sin because they're not here to argue.
Yeah, we could have a makeup session.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we could have a makeup session to see your makeup.
Yeah, exactly. Makeup session to see the makeup. I like it.
I feel like I need to learn how to yawn without tearing up before I can use eyeshadow properly.
You can use eyeshadow. Really.
Oh no, I do it and then I blend it and it looks okay and then I yawn and then it's just like, oh, my eyes look stupid. What the fuck?
Use primer. I can
I do.
I actually.
I got
my
like
makeup doesn't run.
I got like super fancy primer too. Like it's Urban Decay Potion Eye Primer.
That's what I use. I can get rained on. Like my face can actually get like wet and nothing runs.
That's amazing.
Do you use that afterwards?
Would you believe that this is all natural?
Well, you can grow a beard. Well, I can grow a beard too, but I fucking hate it. So.
I was gonna make a joke about the tired bags under my eyes and just generally looking like a mess.
Oh, I need to like lather a layer of like lime green goop on my face to make those go away, so it's fine.
Dougler says, if you learn how to yawn without tearing up, let me know. I don't actually pay attention to that, but I do think I actually tear up as well, because I do also do a lot of eye rubbing right in the, up against the bridge of the nose.
I'm also allergic to most eyeliner pencil, so I have to use liquid or oh no, I have this brush stuff. It's like High Drama. I think it's Maybelline. It's actually pretty good, but I don't know. It feels annoying putting it down, I guess. I don't know. Because a pencil, I can just like draw some lines and it's like, cool, I did it. It worked and I don't have to worry about it. And then it just melts off my face and I start getting sniffly.
Right now, you don't have anything on.
And how is everybody doing today, or this week, or in the week since we had the last game?
Tired but here. Happy to be here.
Yeah, that's mood. I think most of you know what happened to me yesterday. So on top of what happened in my morning, doing my double had me very exhausted today. So I'm happy to be here because I actually slept fairly well once I got home from work today.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I slept awesome last night too, but also last night I took sweet medicine. But my grandmother had surgery today and it went well, and that's cool. So I'm doing pretty good. I also have off tomorrow, which is pretty freaking cool.
That
so
is
I'm
always good.
yeah.
I keep forgetting I have melatonin, and I should probably take it, but I have weird dreams when I take it. Not bad weird dreams, just the, like, what the fuck was I dreaming about when I wake up kind of dreams.
See, mine's one of those ones that I'm, like, absolutely 100% I should not take every night by any means at all. Because, I don't know, I went through, like, all of them. I used to have, tardive dyskinesia, which is, like, involuntary movements in my body and stuff, and it was causing problems with, like, sleeping and whatever. And, like, none of the non-benzos worked, so now they gave me a benzo, and I shouldn't take it every day because then, I don't know, you end up flying to Russia to get put in a medically induced coma so that you can come off withdrawal of it.
Did that
Making
happen?
fun of a certain...
I was like, did that happen to you?
No, I'm making fun of a certain public intellectual that I fucking hate. But yeah.
Gotta love those public intellectuals.
I fell asleep before earlier, and I woke up and I thought it was tomorrow.
Huh.
And then after I realized it was still today, I fell asleep again and woke up and thought it was 10 o'clock, and I missed it.
Well,
Hey, Ren, I just want to let you know you didn't finish setting up the cameras, and now I have, like, my image and then, like, my forehead above
I
Shay's face.
technically did, but I just meant to turn that camera off until they show up.
I gotcha.
So they are set up. It's just that I didn't turn that one off because I got distracted retweeting the Twitter posts everywhere. Anyways, hello, hi, it's time. Again, hopefully Sin is okay because they were excited to play and then have not said anything to us. This is, of course, Greetings from Republic City. I am the storyteller. We are playing an Avatar Legends game set in post-Legends of Korra. There's fun stuff happening. I'm going to have my characters do their intros, and then we'll get started. Something fun we can start doing as well to kind of flesh out characters right before Anna leaves is we're going to ask questions that you guys can, or a question every start of the session that you guys can answer for your character. Yeah! So, introduce yourself, who you're playing, and the character question for today is, if your character was the Avatar, what would their companion animal be? Starting with Naomi.
Yeah, of course it is. Come on, I have to think about this stuff, though.
You are
Like,
required to think.
well, obviously. So, hi, I'm Naomi. I am a amateur novelist working on my first book, and I am currently playing Sayaka, a non-bender, who likes to use a bow staff to get some fighting done. I forget what, I need to open that page. Where'd it go? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I guess if I was the Avatar, my companion animal would be a mongoose chicken, because I recommended that as a team for the Pro Bending League last week. But, yeah, a mongoose chicken sounds great. Because talons and also, I don't know, long, slinky, ferret-like body and fighting snakes.
Oh, yeah.
I read Ricky Tikki Tavi.
Ricky Tabby was the shit. Down to Anna.
Hey, that's me. And I am leaving, but I'm coming back, so I'll have more of these to do in the future, probably. But yeah, I'm Anna, aka Archival Dust Bunny, most places on the internet, queer and trans advocate, museum worker, TTRPG streamer, and podcaster. If any of that sounds interesting, you can find me on Twitter at Archival Dust Bunny. And I play Yuka, the Northern Water Tribe. And her animal companion would probably be a koala otter.
Koala otter. Love it.
So adorable. I could
Which
see it
are
just
canon to the series.
I could see it just doing mischief and then being cute and like handing you a fish, being like,
They
here's a fish.
are! Oh my god, they're adorable.
Oh, I forgot that Bolin used that as a pet name for Scott.
Oh.
But yeah, koala otter.
Koala otter. I love it. this would normally be where we jump up to Sin, but it's going to go over to Shay.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Shay, and today I'm playing Sin Mingyu, the metal bender. And if she were the Avatar, to no one's surprise, her animal companion would be a badger mole.
Badger Mole, alright.
Yay.
Always a classic, though. Badger Moles are cool.
They're awesome.
Okay, and then down to Jenny.
And Jenny, I am playing Lily, a firebender, and I think her companion animal will be the spider dog.
Good old spider dog.
I think that would be her companion animal, which it might end up being a animal of. Well, it isn't. He does have a spider dog, so.
He does have a spider dog, so maybe she's actually the Avatar. Has anyone checked on Korra? Just kidding. That's not how that works at all. Yeah, okay. And if I were the Avatar, because I get to play in this game too, my animal hybrid would be koala sheep, because I remember that those were also a thing. Apparently somebody really likes koalas in the Avatar world, so it's fine.
There's a whole island of those.
There's a whole island of koala sheep, and they are just floofy and adorable, and hopefully do not have STDs like real koalas do. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. In the Avatar world, things aren't so depressing as poor koalas having STDs. Anyways, last time we played, y'all were finishing up the steakhouse. We had our introduction and actually very smooth going combat session. Then you guys had a chance to talk to the Black Pillow Lotus, the Black Pillow Triads. Black Pillow Lotus. Ugh. I know words. The Black Pillow Triads leader, Toya. One of you managed to talk your way into her vehicle and establish some rapport, while the rest of you gathered up to discuss what happened, help fix up the damage to the shop after beating up the goons of the Black Pillow Triads, and then you all went to go watch the Pro Bending Championship, and there was a lot of fun information revealed about Yuka and her family, and that Yuka is going to be heading towards the Northern Water Tribe soon. So her time here is going to be limited. They will be departing soon with a fiancé in tow, as you all learned that Yuka has had a relationship with the captain of the Chameleon Eagles, Toma.
I know nothing of this, by the way.
Yeah, yeah, you don't. Because, oh man, could you imagine if that proposal had happened center ring while the trophy was being handed out? That
Yuko would have died. Absolutely died.
And and furthermore, I love this girl. It was just like, oh, everybody heard that. Yeah, so that all happened. Yuka is now engaged twice over, and has to deal with that. I also remembered something funny, but it's still a good segue for your absence for a while. But y'all don't have to actually take a boat or an airship to the Northern Water Tribe, because there's a portal in Republic City. And I was just like, well, that's an easy segue for everyone to catch up to you when you get back. which is nice, because it's yeah, I can just have you guys go to the Northern Water Tribe to get Yuka out of whatever danger they're in when Hannah is back. So
Did we still have to travel to the other portal?
No.
To go to the spirit realm.
You just have to cross the spirit realm, because there's a portal in the north and south poles, and one got opened up in Republic City.
Yeah, but I don't think they ever established where in the spirit realm that portal is. Like
It's
where,
all-
like where that connects to.
Oh no, you still have to travel through the spirit realm. That's
Sounds like an adventure that
yeah, that's the fun
would-
part. It's not gonna be glossed over. I want to see you guys get lost in the spirit world for a while. That's what I was hinting at.
And then once you're free of that, it's a day or two of treacherous travel through the tundra to get back to the capital city of the Northern Water Tribe.
There'll be snowmobiles waiting for them, I'm sure. Probably, maybe they'll figure
no
it out.
sodomobiles.
Yeah, snow sodomobiles. They call them snowlands, if you will. That's a Varric exclusive. You can have that. So we pick up. The camera picks up because I don't feel like doing the voice changer today. We pick up where largely we left off the next day. Everybody had a chance to go back home, and for the sake of having everybody more or less meet, so that we can jump right into the thick of things, you all are at the city council building where President Moon has their office, where Yuka has been preparing their leave of absence, but you all still technically have task force work to do, and it's a very slow morning. The information you have gathered on the Equalist has not led to a dead end, but things have kind of gone quiet. They haven't been operating or doing anything noteworthy, even though they've been operating in the shadows this whole time. There hasn't been any real movement since the failed bomb attempt on President Moon. It's very likely they've gone to ground. When you all arrive, President Moon is sitting looking over some reports, and she smiles and greets all of you. Good morning. We have a couple of things that you all could look into today that might be able to give us an indication on what the Separatists are planning. I'm not sure if any of these leads will take you anywhere, but we have to start somewhere. And if our sources with the black pillows, and she looks over to Sen, can be trusted, these are going to certainly help.
I have a quick question.
I may have a quick answer.
Did I get to clear my fatigue last
I
night?
imagine so.
Woo, I slept.
Y'all have slept. I imagine Sen has not slept well because you were drinking the large go juice.
Uh-huh. Oh no, it was very fitful.
Yeah.
But she's also a cop, so she's used to it.
Well, the crash is what did you in, and so. Yeah.
And I can, if you're tired, I can remove fatigue as well with my healing, my water bending.
What about my conditions of afraid and angry?
Y'all have to talk those out because it's rolled.
Oh,
I can talk them out, or I can heal them with my water bending.
Or she can heal them with the.
No, I
water.
think-
Just splash them in the face and be like, "Stop being angry." But yeah, they can heal as well to clear that. But yeah, usually when you have a chance to talk with the others and role play out those things, those conditions can get cleared.
Oh.
What did you have in mind, President Man?
So there are a number of leads that we can take a look at, and she sets down two in particular. She says, this one is a rumor that Cabbage Corp is once again suspected of having dealings with the Equalist. I'm skeptical, as it was a red herring the last time, but if it shows up again, it's usually worth a little more looking into. The other is there's a family not too far into the city that has been investigating and procuring strange artifacts from across the world. They've been very tight-lipped about what it is that they're gathering up and shipping out of the city. I want you all to look into it and see if there's any connection to smuggling with the Equalists, and if that's the case, build a case so that we can bring them in for questioning.
Alright then.
Absolutely.
Do you have a file on these leads?
Yeah.
Or at least a name.
The file she sets down has one for each, and you do see there's a picture of the CEO of Cabbage Corp again. And then the other one, when it opens up, there is a picture of an old man, an old woman, several firebender-looking adults, and there's no picture of Lily, but Lily sees that all of her family is there on this dossier.
Do either of these have priority?
No. Investigate at your leisure at the moment. I don't think either of them are really an issue right now, but whichever one you want to look into, I can have somebody else investigate the other. Or you can knock out both if you really feel adventurous today.
I look to the group. Does anybody have any preferences?
Well, we could all hit one and then the other, or we can try and divide and conquer, like we did last time.
Am I still, in trouble, detention, arrested, whatever you want to call it?
Sayaka, you're always in trouble. No.
She looks defeated and just has a puff of smoke rise from her head because she's angry and doesn't want to yell at the president.
You just got an official presidential pardon for yelling at the president. No, she smiles. It's clearly a joke at her expense, but no, she says your sentence has only been 2 or 3 days in, so it is safe to say you're not off the hook yet, but you are still part of the task force, so you have a little more leeway.
Well, I guess I can work and also work. It's just work.
You're on work leave right now. You don't have to be at the Air Temple Island the entire time.
Have you talked to Tenzin? Have you met that man?
To be fair, Tenzin's counsel is respected, and he is aware of what your work is, so you don't need to worry. I'll write you a note if it really comes to that.
Will you beat the carpets next time? No, I don't actually say that.
I was gonna say, Verrett's head pops out of the platypus bear, and he just grins.
No, stop it.
You said it, not me. But yeah, so she says it'll be fine. She's made arrangements for you to be able to work with the task force.
Okay. Well, I'm following Yuka's lead.
Well, I feel like the family buying the artifacts will be quicker than an entire corporation, so if we tackle that one first and still have time, then we can go to the next, or pass it off.
Sounds good enough.
Want to know how Lily's looking right now?
There's an appropriate GIF posted within the chat. How is Lily feeling, though, just so the audience is aware?
Just standing there really quietly, basically not trying to draw any attention to herself at all. Not trying to, say what to investigate.
Well,
I hear they have a turtle dragon claw.
we're gonna need a reason to be there, and maybe we can ask for a tour.
Perhaps. Or my family is known to be wealthy. Could pose as a buyer.
Can we
That's a
get
good
some
idea,
go
too.
juice and talk?
Sorry?
Can we talk about this over some go juice? I'm really kind of tired. Oh,
Sure, I'm sure President Moon has things to get to.
Of course.
Is there an
leave.
insight check on that? No, I obviously. I guess it would be assess the situation, but I guess that's not for right now. I don't think Sayaka cares that much, to be honest.
Well, I will gather up the files and I guess lead everyone out.
Alrighty. The address of the warehouse where this family keeps most of their shipping goods and procurement is listed within the files, and you also find that there is a Go Juice purveyor on the way. Lily, are you taking a lead or are you hanging back more in this?
yeah. I'll be hanging back at first, then I'll kind of, because I know where I'm going.
That's what I was curious. Is Lily moving like she knows where she's going,
Yeah.
or is she hanging back and letting them find the way?
I like the idea of buyers.
Of what?
Just talking to Yuka.
Oh, sorry.
Buyers, yeah. That I mean, if they're selling artifacts, then it's as believable as it can be.
Well, we all
Right.
know I'm terrible at talking, so I'll just look and act dumb and be muscle.
What does the
Here.
the dossier say?
Don't worry about getting in.
Why is that?
Just, I can get there. I know where it is.
Have you been there before?
Yeah.
Why?
I want to look around and make sure nobody's listening. I live. That's my family.
When you look back at the dossier, you do see that these are all wearing the same Sun Warrior tribe dress that Lily is. There is also kind of a resemblance.
My jaw hits the floor, and I guess I don't know. Right now would be. I don't want to get angry at Janie without her permission, but I do have the angry condition and would like to play into that. And I'm like, how are you working with criminals?
They're not.
You know.
They're not criminals.
I'm sorry.
Well,
We're protecting the artifacts.
the president wants us to investigate, and I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but normally the task force's role is only to go after the criminals.
We're protecting the artifacts.
This creates the issue that if you're connected to them, we shouldn't be the ones investigating this.
Yeah, isn't that conflict of interest? That's what it's called. Yeah.
Well,
It also
I
means
can-
we have an easy in.
I can get you
Sure.
in at my other house. It's not related to this at all.
Wait, repeat that?
You said you could get you into our other house.
Yeah. Because I don't always live with my family. With them.
Oh. As this is going on, Kinsen, I imagine we're in a secluded area. But as long as we're in a secluded area, I wanted to take a quick look at the dossier. See if there was any other information besides just to look at this place.
Okie day. Sorry, Sin popped up, so I wasn't completely here. What did you say, hun?
As long as we're in a secluded place, I wanted to look through the dossier, see if there was anything else besides just go investigate this family.
It is largely just these are the notable members. Go look at this, make sure it's on the up and up. You can make rolls if you want to dig a little deeper.
Yes. Would this be rely on skills or assess?
Assess.
Nope.
That's it. That's all that's there.
Wow, this is like really kind of blank. It makes me suspicious.
Man, I really wish they would have added more.
Well, I guess that's our job to find out.
It must be blank because they're hiding something.
We're not hiding anything.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what a criminal would say.
Well, all right. Well, what exactly are you protecting these artifacts from?
From becoming destroyed, we take them, we catalog them, and we keep them in a safe location.
In a safer place and do
Yeah.
what with?
They stay there.
Collecting dust.
Well, yeah. So you have to preserve our preserve history.
Okay.
We have to check this out. I think posing as buyers is still probably our best bet. It'll be easier with you getting us in. But while I'm looking at merchandise, somebody else needs to be trying to find records so we can prove it.
Ooh.
Because, Lily, I know they're your family, but if there's something going on that you don't know about, we have to tell the president.
Yeah, how well do you know your family?
We pretty well, I believe. Well, except for the past recent time, we've kind of all live in close quarters, and we've focused on the artifacts. That's what I'm doing when I'm not here, and in my other place is working on the artifacts.
Do you know if any of your family members has gone missing for any length of time, or anything has disappeared from their archives?
Would I know that at all?
What was the question?
I asked if any of her family members have disappeared for any length of time, or if anything has gone missing from their archives.
Ooh, that's a good question, Lily. Why don't you make a roll for me?
Okay.
Because you have been largely absent and detached of late with your family.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Why don't you give me a roll for history? That's not a thing. I'm gonna assess the situation because you're gonna have to think back on if you noticed anything weird like that.
Okay. Alright. I know what's on here. I'm sorry, it's taking me a second to see assess this. I know it's here.
It's under basic move references, and it's the fourth one down.
Is that the fourth one?
Mm-hmm.
So need push rely.
Should be right after rely on your skills.
So, okay, I see it. I was like not seeing it, even though it was there. At the failure.
Okay. Lily, you think back to what's been going on with your family the last couple weeks. For you, it feels like business as usual. Unfortunately, you also have been out a lot. The task force has had you busy for the last week or two. Your personal life has had you busy for far longer than that. But you don't have any reason to suspect that things are weird. If I really wanted to twist the knife a little bit, you probably also think back to the last time your grandfather tried to connect and have a moment with you and expressed interest in your brother, and how dismissive it was on Lily's part before she left to sneak out in the end of the conversation. It probably is now the time where a couple days later the hindsight sets in and it's like, oh, I really haven't been paying much attention to what's going on.
You're going to see Lily's shoulders kind of slump as she's like, I don't know. I haven't really spent much time with my family lately.
All right. Well, if you want, you can help Yuka and the others get in, and I can slip in incognito, sneak around a little bit, and try to discern something, maybe.
So we'll get some go juice and go.
Some go juice and go.
Before we...
Since we made a plan, sorry.
I'm sorry, go on.
Who wants to go first? I was going to say it triggers one of my moves that we'll need to resolve before going on, but if anybody else has anything to say.
Yeah, before we jump into this, I'm still a little edgy from last night. You got any of that really nice water?
Oh, yeah, what's ailing you? What's
I'm
wrong?
really shaky from all that goat juice.
That makes sense.
So I start to display my angry, and I'm like, wait. I'm the one who got my ass kicked last night. Why do you get to get the good water and I don't?
Just, Zach, why don't you wait a moment, breathe, do some of the exercises I'm assuming you were learning at the Air Temple.
No, they just made me do chores.
You meditated, probably.
I know, but I'm not going to say that right now.
Get to you in a moment.
Haven't you ever considered that those chores translate into everyday martial arts?
Well, oh no. You're the one who got to go on a joyride with the leader of the Black Pillow Triad, and I got to sit there and clean up a mess of tea.
You volunteered for that. Also, you got to ride a bison. Twice.
That was pretty cool, yeah.
I'll get to you in a moment. Just please be patient.
He starts tapping her foot and crosses her arms. But she
Yuka's a bit on edge.
accepts defeat.
Yuka's a bit on edge with all of that. She's just messing with her new necklace as this is going on. But she turns back and pulls water out of a canteen that she carries and just slowly rotates it around Sen's head for a few moments, and it glows. This would be skills and training?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. which is focus, correct?
Yes.
What is going on? Guys, are you
Roll
okay?
Would it have been able to
I
have
rolled
rolled
double
as
ones.
comfort and support? I'm just curious. I know it's like a specific skill to healing waterbenders, but it sounds like a comfort and support to me.
For fatigue? No. Comfort and support is for conditions.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean,
Can I take a little longer and try again?
Yeah, I will say that this, because it's like a healing thing, you can retry it. You're not pressed for an immediate success, but I will allow a reroll.
And because Roll20 hates us?
And because Roll20 seems to hate you guys today. This is weird. It's so
4,
wild.
3, 4. Let's see if I roll higher. Hey!
There we go. All right. On a full success, it just goes.
Yeah,
Only the
my
7
master.
to 9 has a rider. So
Awesome.
So what does the full success do in terms of fatigue? Does it clear all fatigue, or is it like a certain amount of fatigue?
I
or-
clear 3 fatigue at a time. Yep, 3 fatigue or 2 conditions.
and then
Oh,
just-
damn.
Nice. Does those 2 conditions? Because I only have 1. Does those 2 conditions go? Does one of those conditions go over to?
It's
I don't
it's
think
either
so.
or, either 3 fatigue or 2 conditions. Is how that works.
Yeah,
I
but
can
I
do
only
it
have-
again.
I only have 1 condition.
What's your fatigue count, though?
Nothing now. I'm just like, let's go.
It's up to the GM whether that's roll is for both of them or if I have to do another one.
Yeah.
I will say it's for both, just because
Awesome.
the dice hate you guys tonight, and I don't want it to fail again.
I do it gently around Sen's head to heal her, and then I flick it over at Sayaka and splash her in the face because she's been kind of a jerk so far this morning, and then do the healing.
If I said I'm going to take the afraid condition away instead of the angry condition away, are you guys going to be mad? I don't want you guys to be mad.
Whatever you want.
Everybody's mad.
Yeah, I'll take the afraid condition away. I'm okay with angry Sayaka for a little bit.
And then I'm going to go ahead and roll Here's the Plan,
Alrighty.
since we made a plan. And hopefully this isn't a miss.
Hey.
Hey, look at that.
So we have, on a 10 plus hold 3, we have 3 resources that I can use to bump dice or reduce fatigue or rally people and negate a condition.
Awesome.
I think ultimately, if I'm posing as like the muscle, being afraid would be less beneficial than being angry. So like, I could be the grump in the corner. I just say, guys, give me a go juice and I'll shut my mouth. Just leave me alone. I'm kind of angry today. I'm like Yuka, I'm sorry. Like, I appreciate you. I appreciate you all, but like, we're all on edge. But I'm a little. I don't know. Yesterday sucked.
Yeah, it ended pretty well though. But yeah, out of character, you can break something too, something important to you to clear your angry.
I'm not going to rip up my poster from Berlin. He signed that. What are you
Just
kidding?
ripping it. That's how you clear angry in
No.
this game.
I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Look. There's gonna be a lot of artifacts around you momentarily.
It's true.
Just
Just
saying.
break all these priceless artifacts.
Why you gotta say that while I'm drinking?
Well, have you considered?
Well, Lily, I guess, lead the way.
When we start getting closer, Sin's gonna go into sneak mode. Put on the Vaginal mask
Yeah.
and a cape.
Lily, as you're showing them the way, what does your family's warehouse look like?
I'm gonna say it probably looks kind of inconspicuous. Like, it looks like just if it was an anime, or just something that a building that somebody just drew to fill a space.
It blends in really well with the rest
Yeah,
of the
there's
of the
nothing,
block.
and I think the entrance would be like around the side. And the front would just have like a random sign on it. But the entrance is around the side. And we'll take them there. And enter. Like open the door. Let's say hello. Hello?
Hello.
One moment, hold on. And as you announce yourself, an older man, dark skin, long white beard that falls down the side, or down halfway down his chest. He's got a cane set with amber, and there is a scorpion bee encased in the amber as he uses it for support, and he says, welcome. Lily, you're here. I did not expect you to come in today. You haven't been around in quite some time. And friends? Kind of looks at each of you.
I want to assess the situation, but I have a -2 to it.
I mean, you can still do it.
Yeah, I want
Your
to...
character doesn't think mechanically.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I just wanted to put it out there for the other players. In case somebody more in a position to do so wanted to.
I can, but I'm gonna wait until we get into the warehouse.
But yes, I've been busy. They're interested in buying.
Yes, I'm Yuka from the Northern Water Tribe, and I'm returning home soon, and I've heard that you all collect and protect artifacts, and I was wondering if there are some here that I may be able to procure to return back to my home where they belong.
He regards that with a great deal of interest and looks over to Lily. He says, friends of my granddaughter, and you're only curious if the rumors are true. Well, that's fine. No worries. I will confirm that it is in fact true. And by the looks of you, I would say Northern Water Tribe.
That is correct.
Yes, actually, you're in luck. There are a couple of artifacts that we do have cataloged away. If you are interested in looking at them, do you represent the royal family then?
We are not directly with the royal family, but my family is closely related, yes.
Interesting. Well, then I assume you are allowed to speak on their behalf.
Of course.
Very good. Follow me, Lily. Help show your friends the way. And he'll turn a full 180 and start walking into the warehouse. He says, "Oh, by the way, Lily, your brother has been looking for you. He has a number of documents that need to be signed and some crates that he is having trouble procuring and cataloging himself. If you find the time, you should go see him in his workshop."
I'll do that. So I've been just busy lately.
Of course, you have your priorities, after all.
Lily does not feel the right now, as you see her.
Yeah, that last conversation you had with him, still pretty heavy. He's definitely not smoldering a cinder chip on his shoulder. But he does guide you guys into the back, and you end up seeing that this warehouse, on the outside, looks very small and inconspicuous. On the inside, it's huge. There are rows of shelving space where there are large and small containers, items that are delicately wrapped in protective padding or paper. Everything seems meticulously labeled and cataloged as he's walking you through one of these rows. He says, there are a great deal of artifacts that have been misplaced over the time. The 100 Years' War itself saw a great deal of misplacement by the hands of the Fire Nation, our people. We've made it our mission to try and recover and restore these artifacts that have been wrongfully taken, to also help protect and preserve them. As much as you have stated, Miss, and he kind of pauses, realizing that they didn't do introductions, and he says, how rude of me. I'm the patriarch of this family. I am Aralim.
Well, it is quite wonderful to meet you. As I mentioned, I am Yuka of the Northern Water Tribe.
Yuka, yes. As you no doubt had said, Miss Yuka. He kind of looks at all the others to also introduce themselves at this point.
So I forget what my this was, because I'm not giving my real name. No, I guess I'll say, and I periscope my staff and plant it on the ground, and I'm I'm Sayaka. I'm the bodyguard. I kind of stand up straight.
It was a plan for me to sneak off, correct?
You said you were sneaking off.
And I'm Lily.
And I'm Lily. He's like, yes. You may have been away for a while, but we hadn't forgotten. Just shade, more shade. Anyways. He nods and he says, very good. If you'll continue this way. And he starts to walk you guys through. On the outside, hey, Madrimal, you're sneaking.
Yes.
I believe Lily told you there was a side entrance?
Yes. This one would be skills and training.
Yep.
Hey.
Take a sins here.
Hey!
Do I get a situation bonus for being told where this entrance is?
Sure. They live. Full hit. Okay, let's address that, and then I will fix the cameras. So you have a full hit. What does the full hit entail for that? Skills and training. Insight. Let me get this down. So nothing. There's no rider, unless it's a 7 to 9. Okay. Excuse me. You move to infiltrate through the back entrance, or the side entrance rather. When you make your stealthy approach, what you first notice is that this side entrance is ajar. And when it's ajar, it looks like something had been wedged where the latch should have secured the door, and instead it just kind of opens very easily with no real needing to pick a lock or manipulate. It is just slightly open. It's perched enough that if somebody wanted to make a hasty getaway, that door is already open and they can just push through it.
Important question then.
Important answer then.
Does it look like there are fresh footprints?
Considering you're in a city and they probably pave the roads, no.
dust prints.
I
yes,
imagine
sir.
it's not dusty.
We're dealing with artifacts, sir. It could be very dusty. We don't know.
I mean, you're right, but no, probably
Okay.
not.
Alright, so, kind of like sneaking up with the badger mold mask and a little, probably like striped badger cape. Sin probably put a lot of thought into this. Presses a hand against the wall to do the tremor sense and then slips inside.
Okay. Alright, pause. Because now I'm going to fix the cameras. I have to fix the cameras.
Also, I just bruised my knuckle by bending it.
Why would you do that?
I didn't mean to.
Have you considered not bruising your knuckles?
I don't know, but there's a contusion. Like,
Also, hi, Sin.
hello.
Hello.
Sin.
Sorry about my confused brain.
That's okay. It's a very understandable thing once you explained it. I was like, oh no, that's in 2 days.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all good. What you've missed is I forced an interaction with Lily's family by having them being investigated by the group to make sure that that the artifact. Basically, I'm giving you guys a reason to meet Lily's parents under the guise that they have found out that her family moves artifacts, and they want to make sure that the separatists are not utilizing them for some reason, or they're not up to their own nefarious acts. You guys are currently there at the warehouse gathering some information. Whether Ihani has just been there and kept quiet this whole time, or you want to play catch-up, is up to you. But Lily has informed everybody of her family's activities and what it means, and that they're definitely not criminals. But we also found out that she really hasn't been keeping track of her family of late, so she's not entirely 100% on if that's true or not, because, you know, secret life, shenanigans.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's a new catchphrase now. Secret life, secret life. It's just the hashtag for this game.
All right.
Hey, I don't have to fix Sin's camera. That makes this easy.
I need to find me a hubby, so it's not all.
You have to do
Oh,
it secretly, though.
Yeah, it has to be a secret hubby.
Fair.
Alright, hear me out. So Yuka's gonna have to break somebody's heart, and there is a secret hubby, or not necessarily a secret hubby, but you could steal the hubby and have secret himbo.
Rich
Also-
himbo.
Yeah. Also needs to
Super rich.
also needs to now be a game instead of Secret Hitler. It's just Secret Himbo.
No, I
Find-
could make that game in like 20 minutes. It
Find out
wouldn't
who's
take
the
much
real
effort.
Himbo.
Honestly, it wouldn't be hard to pick out the secret himbo.
But yeah,
Just
after
because, they'd be like super, like,
I love you, wanna go
understanding,
live?
but really just feeling like, I want to work out.
Exactly.
Love it. All right.
But yeah, once I break my parents' heart, I can introduce you to the rich himbo if you like.
No, Sayaka's saving herself for Berlin.
Good luck with that.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's the exact wrong mentality to get Bolin. Like, that is exactly the wrong mentality to get
Listen,
Bolin.
You're on the
She's angry, I don't know.
Air Nomad Island, so you could arrange an accident for Opal and then just be there to comfort him while he's grieving.
Or I could end up, being romance with my adversary, since I have the Hammer playbook.
We definitely also need to establish who that is, and now that you bring it up,
They're Gansaya. We are, like, in character creation, I established that. It's
That's
just
right.
we haven't
we
introduced.
haven't introduced them, and now they are canonically a himbo, so that you can have secret husband rival there it is.
Oh, I wanted like a book nerd. Never mind. It's fine.
Just so Ahani knows, we are split into 2 teams. Yuka is posing as a buyer, with Sayaka as a bodyguard, and Lily introducing, and Sen is sneaking in the side. So whichever way you want to go.
Somebody just burnt popcorn in my house.
Oh no.
Yeah. So if a smoke detector goes off, that's my bad. Sorry.
I feel like Ihani would definitely be on part of Team Break-In.
Okay.
Or she's sitting on the roof with a glider.
Yeah,
Actually
why
prepared
not?
with the glider
She's
this
the
week.
Crow, you know, the
Like, I'm not
1998
leaving my-
classic.
I'm not leaving my glider behind again. Last week, I don't know. Sen could have got killed if I had it, because I couldn't keep up. I'm not leaving my glider behind.
Perfect. Alrighty. So then, for Ihani's sake, you are part of Team Infiltration. You're going to be perched up on the roof and watching. You see that Sen moves closer to this door, and from your vantage point as well, you can see that the door has been left hanging slightly open, which is unusual for warehouse side accesses. That's definitely how stuff gets stolen. You want stuff to get stolen, this is how stuff gets stolen. But she kind of looks at it, looks back to you, and Son, what is your plan from here?
Once inside, I'm going to plant my feet on the ground and do a seismic sense.
Do a seismic sense. Sense it seismically. Was that your 12 roll there, or a different one? Mixed hit. Okay, so this one actually has the thingy. On a 7 to 9, you do it imperfectly. The GM tells you how your approach might lead to unexpected consequences. Accept those consequences, or mark 1 fatigue. You can just be like, no. You plant your foot, and it sends out the little seismic wave. You get a sense of the warehouse layout. It doesn't nearly go out as far as what the avatar shows for when Lynn does it, because she's years of practice ahead of you.
Yep.
But yours works in a small area, and you are able to see within the next immediate vicinity. You get a sense. You get a sense of the immediate area, which serves as a workshop, and there are currently 3 people standing in this warehouse. 2 are facing one, and there are a couple of boxes and stuff around them. You get the seismic sense of the stuff within them as well. It's a lot of miscellaneous artifacts, various things that are there and distinguishable. Yeah, so it seems like there's a couple people in the nearby room.
Alright, I'll just kind of sneak up and try to listen in.
Okay. When you sneak in, because I'll just use the same roll, when you sneak in, your movements are careful, meticulous. It's not going to be a perfect stealth. They will probably notice you after a little bit of time. But what you end up hearing when you start to step in, that's the thing where you can mark up fatigue and go no, is that they are going to eventually notice you. Just telling you that now. But as you're sneaking and coming in, you hear that there's individuals talking to somebody who clearly works here. And they say, "We've been over this, Umola. You need to give us the claw. It's important for what we're trying to do. And if you don't give us the claw, well, let's just say warehouses are incredibly flammable." And the voice returns, "Are you stupid? I'm a firebender. I'm not worried about fire." And he's like, it's rhetorical. You don't have to actually worry about the building burning down. It's just more that something bad's going to happen.
fatigue so I can get the jump on them if I have to.
Okay. You mark a fatigue, you go, no. And what actually happens is you are moving more carefully. You are putting in the effort to be more stealthy so that they don't notice you.
I do the thing where like all my limbs are pressed up and I'm like in the hallway like above. No, it's a warehouse. It doesn't work that way. I'm hanging on a rafter.
You're hanging on a rafter. That's all badger bulls do.
Yes. And I sort of have my target. So, and they said Mola and give us the claw, or else
They said Umola.
Umala.
I'm gonna fly in, but not noticeably. Just like since the door is cracked open, I'm going to use the glider to get down to the floor to go into the building, and also just like stealth to get as close as possible to what this is going on without being noticed.
Alrighty.
Sen,
We
hear me
had
out.
Sen do a skills and training, so give me one of those as well.
Yeah, and Sen, hear me out. We can be Badger Mole and Lizard Crow.
I like it.
Call sign.
I like that a lot.
Secret Agent Lizard Crow.
Alright, skills and training is focus, right?
Yes.
I'm bad at this one.
That's alright.
Yeah.
It's alright. Everybody else has rolled a failure tonight, so
I haven't rolled at all. It's fine. I normally roll the most though, so
it's alright. Give it time.
So
Give it
yeah,
time.
I'll
It's fine.
totally be wearing my mask. Why not?
Yeah. So with the failure, you don't crash your glider because that would not be helpful. But you're probably not as stealthful as you were hoping to be, coming in behind the badger mole. And
knock over a trash can or something.
I do think that's basically what happens. The glider staff across your back probably accidentally knocks something over, and at the dramatically appropriate moment of that falling and shattering and alerting these two to your guys' presence, we cut back to the others, and so we see the elderly man walking. Actually, is Jenny back? Jenny's not back yet. I suppose we can still have you two do it because she was just like, I'm gonna hang back because I'm ashamed of myself for not loving my family. Yeah, he's walking with you guys and he's like, so there are a couple of artifacts that we have been keeping hold of that haven't been sent to the Water Tribe yet, or sent to the North yet, and he walks you guys to basically a back office that coincidentally is near this workshop because positioning you all strategically is the name of the game. And he says, I have a few catalogs here. You'll just have to give me a moment to look through and find exactly what I'm looking for. I do recall there was one particular item of note. It was a vase, a vessel, that was said to contain the ashes of one of the spirit kois.
Is there a reason these haven't been returned yet?
Mostly time and shipping. We have been recovering a great deal of artifacts throughout the city, and shipping costs are expensive when you are working as a non-profit. He just kind of like smirks at that, implying that they don't really make any money off of this, and it is very much just a labor that this family has been doing for quite a while.
I look around and realize that it's literally because of what Jenny said earlier. It's just like an outline drawing of a building. I'm just like, yeah, I guess it is, a nonprofit.
We can't even afford to pay the artist to animate the entire warehouse.
Shipping shouldn't be an issue since I'm returning to the north very soon in the next couple days. I can bring it myself.
Well, perfect. I can sign these away to you then. What he ends up, as he's digging through these files to kind of like sync time back up to an appropriate situation where you all can intervene, what he ends up showing you all is there's 4 containers of specifically northern artifacts that could be brought back. There's the vase that they said contained the ashes of one of the spirit koi. It apparently had left the Water Tribe shortly after the siege from the Fire Nation. Somebody who wanted to get out of the city had, of course, unlawfully appropriated the ashes, and it had exchanged hands through collectors for a number of years before it fell back into their control. There's also a waterbending master's talisman, kind of like the betrothal necklaces, but it's just like a keepsake that one of the older waterbending masters had. There's also a relic weapon of one of the founding tribe fathers, and there is also the bones of a spirit that they claim is from the around the spirit portal's central location. Now they're like, it's one of the guardian spirits that had passed away, and somebody wanted to keep its skull or something for a keepsake going. Look at this cool thing I stole. It's very rare and very valuable. So it's a lot of important
British
stuff to bring.
people.
Yeah, basically. So basically the equivalent of the Avatar British were like, I'm going to take this stuff and go keep it in my personal gallery. And what he ends up explaining, and probably Lily helps corroborate, is this family recovers items that are taken by unlawfully and help bring them back. So he's lending some credibility to what Lily had said, that their family aren't criminals and they're not doing anything illegal, that she's aware of. They may she hasn't explained how they get these items, and he hasn't really explained how they get these items, but they did emphasize that they don't make much money, so if anybody asks, he might elaborate further, but he doesn't actually explain how these items are recovered. But
I think it's obvious. This is a family of Carmen Sandiegas.
Hell yeah. Yes, that was where I was leading it, but in character, we don't know that yet. Lily's been a secret badass this whole time, guys. You were saying, Jenny?
I said Lily just needs a red hat.
Yeah, everything else matches. It's
I
a
will.
Red hair tie. Sorry, go ahead.
Since we are the distraction, I will take my time looking through these crates and filling out the paperwork. I'll give him the address to my aunt's office and money enough to have them shipped across the city to over there. It'll just take as long as I can doing that.
Yeah, and since this is all technically a real thing, like, it's a distraction in so much that it's eating up time, but it is very much a real transaction as well, because it's something that's important to Yuka, and it actually is going to be a legitimate returning these items. So it does take as long as needed, and as he's drawing up the paperwork and getting everything finalized, this is when we hear the sound of Ihani knocking something over, and there's a shattering of, say, yep, I'm going to just go ahead and do it. It's a priceless relic of Cabbage Corp, the original Cabbage Merchants vintage cabbage cart was being stored here, and Ahani accidentally knocked something over that caused the wheels to roll, and this cart fell from like the third rafter and just shatters into a million pieces.
Why was it up there?
Ahani, it's
Why was it up
fine.
there?
It's fine.
There's a Republic City Union that's really glad you did that. They were planning on doing it themselves, I'm sure.
You hear the ghost of the cabbage merchant scream.
My cabbage cart!
Yeah. But it's something to that effect. For the comedic element, it's the cabbage cart that falls and just explodes into a million pieces. But it tips these folks off, and the two that are talking to Amola turn, and they're like, "It's not Spirit Day, Amola. Why are these goons dressed like a bunch of characters?"
I'm still hidden. Also,
why is this goon dressed like a character? You are still hidden.
Also, I just like to point out that cabbage cart has been destroyed so many times.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
It probably
it's Theseus's cabbage cart.
It's probably like detachable pieces by now that can just get put back together.
If you replace the pieces of the damaged cabbage cart over time,
If I know it's Ahani, I'm going to like pull out my bow staff and be like, "Don't you fuck with her."
You hear us. You're in a totally separate room.
Yeah,
you know.
I figured
you know
as much, but
you
yeah.
know it's the area that her and Sen were infiltrating.
Hearing that, does this happen often here?
He looks and he says, "No, in fact, it doesn't." Lily, go check on your brother.
Yes, I will, and Lily will rush off to do that, not realizing that she's got two teammates there because she's listening to her grandfather telling her to do something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these guys crack this quip at Ahani, and Lily is on her way to open another door leading to this workshop.
Honey.
Since I'm hidden,
Well, then
Hold on, don't talk over each other. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Ahani will then be like, "You're right, it's not a festival, but I'm Lizard Crow, and you won't be stealing from this warehouse."
I love it.
And then am I able to, when I drop down, can I trap one of them? Can I do like a? No, I don't want to destabilize the thing. I don't know. I'll intimidate them. I'll go. And I am the shadow in the tunnels, the claws in the dark. I am the Badger Mole.
Alright, that's definitely a thing now.
Yes.
No, I don't want to say you guys are so gay, but you guys are so gay.
Aw, now they need to kiss. Yeah, so go ahead and roll to try and intimidate as you emerge from the ground. That would have been a cool entrance. You just tunnel out.
Yep.
Anyways, go.
Intimidate. 8.
8, mixed success. So on a mixed success of intimidate, where is your intimidate?
You get to choose one on the list. If I rolled a 10 plus, which I didn't, I get to pick one that you cannot choose. You get to choose whether they run to escape or get back up or kind of cornered. They back down but keep watch. They give in with a few stipulations. They attack but off balance. And you mark a condition on them.
With passion on it, they choose one. On a 10 plus, you pick one they cannot choose. Okay, so I just get to pick one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Back down, watch the stipulations. They attack you, but off balance. Okay. Yeah, so the two of you make your dramatic vigilante entrances, and the attempt to intimidate them goes pretty well. It's just that you intimidate them into attacking you. And the way this looks is you make your very threatening badger mole speech, and then the two of them look at each other, and they are wearing what looks like more streamlined versions of the taser gauntlets now. They're not nearly as noticeable. The gloves are more sleek and form-fitting, but you see both of them basically hold their hands up and they start to spark, and they're like, we're not worried about a couple of benders. And so they're going to get ready to attack.
All right.
This is exactly when Lily opens the door to hear the sound of the lightning cackle between these taser fists. One of them is now called Taser Fist. And you all can see through the open doorway that there are very obviously Equalists who are trying to steal something from Lily's family.
I look back at Lily's grandfather. What kind of business do you run here?
The kind that attracts a lot of unwanted attention.
I do, like, a super cool bow staff maneuver, and I'm like, I'm ready to fight. And I, like, oh no, I have, like, a red face, and, like, a puff of smoke comes out, because I'm still angry.
Poof.
I'm like, yeah, it's time to blow off some steam.
Looking
you really
out here,
should
there's
have been a firebender, because I visualized
I'm
that.
Fire Nation, so it's like it's just in my blood.
It's part of the personality. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anna.
looking out there, there's two Equalists, right?
Yeah, there are two in this room. Yes.
Okay. Then I will.
Sorry. There's these two. There's Lily's brother, and there are two masked vigilantes that you definitely don't recognize.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Sayaka. I guess we should help them. There's two Equalists and two Vigilantes. Take whichever ones you want.
Before she even says anything, I spring into action, and I would like to initiate combat.
Just to be clear, she was being very clear that we do not know these two Vigilantes. Throw
Oh,
some
yeah,
punches
no.
at them.
No, absolutely. I understand that these are actually the players, but yes.
No, I know. But Yuka is like, we know them, but we don't know them.
Yeah, no, I
Throw
got
some punches. Keep the cover.
Yeah. So I want to, like... Oh no, I guess I'll go after Lily's brother first.
What?
No, I'm kidding.
The one ally?
Yeah, I'm kidding. No, I'm going to go after. What did you say you were, Shay? You were Badger Mole?
The Badger Mole.
Yeah, Badger Mole. I'm going to, like, kind of swing at you with intention of showing that I'm really hitting you, but it's like, oh no, I'm going to pull my punch like I did last time I was in combat. I don't know if I really need to, like, roll for that's
Roll the
That's a
trick.
question for Rendis.
Do you want a trick, or do you want to actually try to hit me?
Well, here's
No, I want to roll a trick because I want to, I want to hit you, but I don't want to, like, actually break your rib.
I want everyone to slow down because we're going into actual combat. So we'll do it.
Also, we're 5 minutes over break.
Well, we can take our break first and then go into combat.
Yeah.
And actually, it's an hour and 23 minutes in, so we're actually a minute shy of going into break because we started late.
Ooh, yeah, fair. I was just going off.
No,
of,
yeah,
like,
you're
normal
good. I
content.
know what you meant because we started late. But we are at the time where we can take a break, so let's do that now. So we will take a break and then we will come back with combat versus some Equalists. So stay tuned. See you soon.
Yeah.
Be
Right back.
I'm going muted. Mics are hot though for the stream.
Yeah, I'll be right back. I want to go find who has popcorn because I want some.
Not the burnt popcorn.
I mean, I actually, weirdo me, I like burnt popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's okay.
Everybody likes what
I
they
can't
like.
hear you.
I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Do you want anything?
No.
bum, bum, bum.
Wow. Legs are so stiff.
Nah. I almost took my pants off in front of you guys. I don't know if you guys were here to see that, but
I
I
will
know the
admit my camera was down, so I couldn't see any of that. So.
I know the stream wasn't on, but I forgot that the Discord chat wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to wear jeans anymore. And then I was like, oh shit, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go in the hallway to do this. Never mind.
You gotta be subscribed on Twitch in order to get access to the 18 plus side of the stream.
Hit me up on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Sorry, that's an exclusive chat that only a few are privy to.
Dag nabbit.
Lavin, if only. Yeah,
Dag nab all the its.
that's mostly our Wednesday game, people. Sorry. You want to see all the lewd behavior. Come watch some teens being teens.
I mean, I'm probably not gonna get super lewd. That's not really my bag.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
me either. I was about to
for
say
the
I have
super
I
lewd.
have-
We're just
I
here
have-
for the regular
we're super
lewd.
fun, high-waisted, super fun high-waisted underwear with, the Pisces logo on it. Just
Not
being
aware,
chill.
but, it's fine. I'm not
just
down-
sharing too many details.
Not down with
It's
the underwear
cool.
scene. Mid underwear is fairly bland. Blasé.
I mean, underwear is nothing that anyone should wear. Everyone wears it. Why is it a big deal to see it? I don't understand.
It's true.
I think underwear is super cool. I think it's a way to add some personal flair, but keep it secret. I guess. I don't know. It's
my
it's like
personal
it's
favorite.
a it's a
Lucky you
little.
can see it.
Oh no, it's a little something that you get to keep to yourself, but it still shows a little bit of yourself. Oh no,
Keep it secret. Keep it safe.
I'm old. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's everybody back. So hey, let's beat up some Equalists, huh? On my screen. Hey, it's us.
My brother wouldn't give me any popcorn like an asshole, so I'm having a bagel.
That's rude.
Right?
How
I'm
dare you not
mad.
share burnt popcorn? Let's see. I need to open up the cheat sheet again. There we go. Okay. So, to start this off, just like last week, that wasn't the sheet I wanted. One sheet. There we go. Nope, that wasn't it. I hate the layout of this book.
This part of my hair is like disappearing.
Huh.
Me too.
There's a whole section on running the fight scenes, and it actually doesn't have any helpful.
Mrs. Shea, I don't feel so good.
Sees. I don't know what happened to it. I had it, and I lost it. Alright, there we go. Found the exchange shift. Okay, so, we're gonna do just like we did last time. When we do the combat, here's the steps. So, I have made my steps. Y'all declare what you're doing. You don't need to necessarily keep them hidden if you're feigning fighting each other. I think just openly declaring it is fine, unless you actually want to hit somebody for whatever reason, but I don't think that's necessary. So I have mine. Y'all decide what your moves are, and let me know when you have them picked out, or your steps, anyways.
Question as we're getting into this. I'm assuming there's no significant amount of water around. Because it wouldn't really make sense.
Not really in a warehouse area.
Yeah, so I have enough in my canteen for like healing, but not for like big attacks, which is fine because Yuka has other ways.
Do me a quick assess the situation, because Yuka is also combat trained, so she would know how to quickly scope out where water sources might be. I imagine.
And I can fight without water too. So yeah, I will assess is creativity, right?
Just turn the water in your pouch into like a sword.
Assess is creativity. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. With that one, you get one question, which I assume is: are there any water sources nearby? There's probably like he had a jug of water for his own use throughout the day nearby. So, like, imagine one of those big containers of like that we have nowadays, where it's like, drink this at this hour, drink this at the next hour. He has one of those big gallon containers of water.
Right.
And it's still early in the day.
Yeah. And so
archaeologists have like cleaning trowels. I don't know if that would be the case in like a relic collecting warehouse. So
they wouldn't be. So I say, as somebody who actually takes care of museum collections in warehouses like this, there wouldn't be water sources.
Yeah.
You would keep it far away in a completely different, separated room. Yeah. Which is fine.
But he
so
does have this container. Yeah.
Awesome. So I asked because we haven't seen Yuka in combat before. So like as she's getting ready, she pulls the water out of her pouch, freezes it around her belt, and out of her bag she pulls a whip that when she lets it out, it electrifies, because she's also trained in technology. I'm going to evade and observe. But yes, that is how Yuka prepares for combat.
Evade and observe for me.
Observe. This is evades.
Evade and observe for me.
Advance and attack for me.
Advance and attack. Okay. So, Lily, what are we doing?
I guess evade and observe.
Okay. So then, the NPCs are also advancing and attacking, since I can reveal what they're doing now, because I already said what they were doing. They fully intended to fight you guys because of being goaded by Badger Bowl. So, I will let Sayako go first, because I like the D&D rules of it defaults to players before PCs or NPCs. So, get him, Sayaka. Crush.
So I want to pull my punch. So I don't know how that plays out.
Just roll it like normal.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no penalty called shots or anything like D&D. Since there's no things like hit points or damage.
I got a mixed hit.
So that was, you have the one use from within 15.
So I use Smash, which is destroy or destabilize something in the environment. So I knock over a box, I guess, on my way over there.
No. Okay.
You know, if you attacked me, you could clear angry.
I didn't know that, but I would love to clear angry.
Was that what your intention was anyways? You were attacking.
Yes, I was attacking Sen.
Okay. So along the way, this shot, we'll resolve everything at once. So, the two of you feign this fighting to not give away the identity, because there was already this quick exchange of, we don't know these people, while actually knowing these people. And so you go and you take your swing.
I want to throw her a cheeky wink while I swing my staff at her and just like not hit her in the rib.
Yep. One of the Equalists is going to move as well. They are going to try and bludgeon and theirs just go through. Does it count as bludgeon? Yeah. They're going to advance an attack, and they are going to bludgeon with their weapon technique. Blunt or hand-to-hand. Attempt to rapidly subdue a foe. They will mark 1 fatigue on Badger Mole, because they're also attacking you.
Alright.
Because you two were the ones they saw, and then the others from the other room have either not entered or came in after they were goaded by you, because that is what you wanted. You wanted to intimidate them into doing what you wanted, and that's going to be attacking. Mark 1 fatigue, cause your foe to shift their balance away from the center. If their balance is now +2 or higher, they mark stunned.
Not +2, but shifted.
Okay. They can mark 1 additional fatigue to move your foe to a different position within reach. Nah, they're not going to do that. So yeah, they come up and they, while this stranger enters the room, their assumption is that Sayaka works at the warehouse, so they're going to use this moment to also leap on the obvious threat, which is you. So they're going to come in and they're going to hit you from behind while Sayaka delivered that blow to your front. And so you get hit with this stunning strike, and it punches and it electrifies, and that's what happens there. The other one goes after Ahani with the same effect. So they're going to mark a fatigue, and they are going to cause you to shift away from your center as well, Ahani. If your balance is now +2 or higher, and you mark...
So evade and observe doesn't do anything?
This all happens at once. It's just that in the sequence of events, the advance and attack happens first. So they have to resolve their approach, and then you guys get to do yours. So this is what, in the sequence of events, what they were doing, and so now that the 3 who had advance and attack are done, we move down to evade and observe. And then once everything is done, that's when we resolve all of the results. If that makes sense. So if anything that happens in evade and observe changes the circumstances of the advance and attack, then we put all that into play at once. That's my understanding of it.
Yeah, I'm happy to go next. Now that we're in evade and observe, I will roll creativity. Oof. Yeah, I can add 1, but that's not even going to get me up to a thought. Okay. I will shift my balance away from center. Oof. Yeah, I'll do that. Will I do that? Actually, yeah, I'm going to shift my balance away from center towards tradition because I'm falling back into my training from growing up. So I'm doing that so I can use a basic move on a miss, and I'm going to use Hinder. So she whips her electric whip out and wraps it around the arm of one of the equalists and yanks it back. And I'm inflicting the impaired condition. So they are slowed or off balance, mark 1 fatigue, or take -2 to all physical actions. That's for PCs. Choose 1 fewer technique for NPCs on their turn.
Ooh, fun.
Yeah, so I have his arm wrapped up in my whip. And that is my action.
Okay.
For me, I'm going to do Watch a Foe. Oh no, wait, I don't do that. I roll creativity first.
You gotta roll first.
I choose
Mixes.
1 basic or master. I'm going to use my master technique. So as I get hit from behind by the electrocution glove, I think I quickly turn around and I do the little parry thing. but on my wrists are like little metal bands, and two of the metal bands, as I parry both of his arms, unclip to me and clip to them. And let me just post this.
Metal bindings, they observe, catch an enemy's limbs in metal you control. They become impaired and cannot remove the status unless they are able to metal bend or the flame ends. While they are impaired and you are engaged with them, you have favor. Awesome.
So they're both impaired now.
Yeah, they're both impaired now. Oh boy, that's fun. Okay. Anything else for you?
That's all I can do this round.
All right. So that gets slapped on. Ihani, you want to go next?
Sure. I'm gonna be rolling with Harmony.
Alrighty.
Mixed success. That is 1 mastered or. Alright, so I guess I'll go basic technique. Alright.
Parry can cancel the attack, and they still pay their fatigue cost. Oh, that's a weapon technique, excuse me.
I suppose I will just test balance. What are you doing this for? Like, why are you attacking this warehouse?
Oh. Okay. Do I need to roll anything, or do they just answer you? Or do we need to roll anything?
Mark 1 fatigue to challenge an engaged foe's balance. Ask what their principle is, and they must answer honestly. If you already know their principle, instead they shift their balance away from the center. By questioning or challenging their beliefs or perspective.
I feel like you know what their principle is. These are equalists. You personally know it better than the others. On top of that, but they say, we're only after an artifact. You need to get out of our way. We won't have to hurt anyone.
You won't extort these people anymore.
If I know what that is, I can choose to shift it. So what would their 2 principles be that I could shift towards?
The problem is the principles are not on this NPC thing. Oh. Yeah, no, the minor ones are just left blank. That's dumb. Okay. I am going to say that their principles are... wow, because, yeah, I guess I could use those because their interpretation of them doesn't necessarily have to match up with yours, and that's a large theme of Legend of Korra. So their 2 principles are... drum roll, freedom and justice. Justice for non-benders and freedom from the oppression of benders is their talking points.
I'll shift them towards freedom by asking them, what do you think freedom means? Doesn't everyone else have just as much right to be free as you?
Oh gosh, let me channel this response real quick. Pull from what I know that the group they're supposed to imitate represents, and they say,
good luck.
they say it's easy to say that from a standpoint of privilege. Some of us weren't born with gifts. Some of us don't have the edge that being a bender provides, and that's their little rebuttal on why we're not all on the equal footing. Sorry, I was speaking over you. What'd you say?
Sorry.
No, what did you say? I didn't hear.
Oh, I was just saying I have so much to say in response to this, but there's so little time on my turn.
Yeah. It's a very hypocritical stance for them to take, and it's one you've heard many a times, even within your family's household, which is probably why Ihani left, or part of the reason why Ihani left. So they're spouting talking points, basically.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to do with yours?
I think that's all I got.
Okay. Lily. So you did an evade and observe as well, so you get to make a roll, and the roll determines how much action you have.
So what do I pick again? What I want to do, correct?
You gotta... Which one is she rolling for evade and observe?
Creativity or harmony.
Creativity or harmony, and depending on it determines how much action you have.
Okay. I'm going to try harmony.
Full success. So that means you have quite a few options. And where did the combat options go? You get to do... If somebody has it before I find it, please feel free to speak up.
Yeah, it's the list. There's 3 things you can choose from. You can mark when fatigued to use a learn technique, you can use 1 practice technique, or you can use 2 basic or mastered techniques. And you choose one of those options.
Okay. Is the learn ones the ones that I picked when I set up my sheet?
Probably. You have 1 mastered and 1 learned. And then once you use that learned one, it becomes practiced. So it's a good idea to use it if you get the opportunity.
Okay. I'm sorry. Just give me a second. I can't really see very well today. I don't have any. I know I have something. And I forgot what I was just going to say just now. Why is this so difficult? I'm talking to myself as I try to figure this out, so I am sorry. My brain is main.
All good.
I was looking for my technique sheet, but I'm looking on my phone for it, and it's the worst.
Me too.
They really need to.
They need to fix the way it works on mobile because it's not.
Yeah. Because this is impossible. And then the screen is black and the words are black. I don't think I have anything I can use.
We did, if I remember correctly, you did evade and observe, right?
Right.
So you have the basic techniques, which is test balance, I believe.
There is the options are. And that's the wrong thing.
Test balance.
Test
show off, or
balance.
watch your phone.
Test balance, bolster or hinder, or commit.
Okay. Can I try to hinder the 2 separatists?
Yeah. So when you hinder, or bolster or hinder, aid or impede a nearby character, inflicting an appropriate status, example, trapped, favored. In this case, it's doomed, impaired, trapped, or stunned. And so tell us what you're doing to put that status on them and then how it works.
Or she could help an ally.
Or she can
and
help
give
an
one of the
ally.
positive statuses.
Yeah. But she said she wanted to hinder, so that was why I gave her those.
Can,
But you can help, yes.
but they don't know. Like they probably just saw me open the door.
Yep.
Right.
You opened the door and Yuka had stepped in front of you.
Okay, so I'm going to. Is there a broom nearby?
Sure.
I want to grab the broom and I'm going to go up to them and like start swatting them with it,
Okay.
telling them to get out, get away from the artifacts. Like I'm yelling at them.
Yeah. What status do you want to put on them?
Stun.
Stun? That's fair, because they're both already impaired, too, so... they are caught off guard. They can't act or respond for a few seconds until they steady themselves. So, one of them, I'm going to say... We'll just flip it. High is Ihani, low is Sen. Okay. So, the one Sen is fighting is just having a bad time. So they had gotten the drop on Sen with this little stunning fist, and then they get hit over the head with the broom, on top of being metal classed. So that's that. Everything resolves at once. There's a punch, there's a punch, there's a punch, some evades, some questions, metal class, smack over the head, and it goes back to the top of the order. I have decided what they will be doing, one of which is not very much, and the other actually has some stuff that they can do. What are you all doing for yours? What step are we taking?
Evade and observe.
Evade and observe.
Another evade and observe.
Another evade and observe.
Taking advance and attack again,
Advance
but
and-
not against Sen.
Okay, advance and attack.
I'm just going to advance and attack this time as well.
Okay.
I think Lily's going to, since she's already there, she's going to advance it. No, I'm sorry, defend and maneuver.
Okay. Cool. The one who can act was also going to defend and maneuver. So we have 2 defend and maneuvers, 2 advance and attacks, and 2 evade and observes. Cool. Everybody, the audience gets to see everything in play this time. That's great. So, Lily, you get to go first because I let the PCs go before the NPCs. So, please make your roll.
And I roll with focus this time.
I believe so.
Focus. I can focus on where to find the focus. Where are you, focus? I know you're here. I just saw you. Okay, that was a failure. A 6.
I will add 1 to that.
Yeah, you've been playing.
I'll crack my whip around and do... Actually, I don't know what she's doing, but I will do something to aid that and add +1 from our Here's the Plan resources.
Alrighty.
Nice.
Yeah. So that brings you up to a 7 for your options.
Okay. Does that mean I get to do 1?
Yeah.
Or-
So you get 1 basic or master technique.
I want to ready. That's mark 1 fatigue to ready yourself or your environment, assigning a fictionally appropriate status to nearby foes. Example, impaired or yourself prepared. You said they're already impaired, correct?
Yeah, both of them are impaired. One is also stunned.
what would be like? I have the broom. If I took the broom and kind of not at his throat, but does anybody get what I'm trying to like kind of stop him from getting up? What would that be?
Are you just like trying to pin him down?
Yeah.
And you're using defend?
I don't know if I can or not.
Yeah, there's specific defend abilities.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're trying to like to inflict a status on him, then that would be evade and observe.
Okay. Well, it's a fiction. Okay, fictionally appropriate status. I guess then I'll just be prepared.
So, basic maneuvers, you have the ready, retaliate, and seize a position.
Just be prepared.
Let's see, the position was advance and attack.
No, it's under defend and maneuver.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, so I guess I'm defend and maneuver, not advance and attack. Because advance and attack wouldn't work because I'm currently in combat with Sen, but I wanted to fight the other, the equalist. So I want to seize a position, and that's required to engage a new foe.
Engage or disengage with the foe.
I believe seizing a position in this regards means like taking up a spot and saying, no, you cannot come into this area.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What it basically says is move to a new location, engage, disengage with the foe, overcome a negative status or danger, establish an advantageous position, or escape the scene. Any foe engaged with you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. So did you want to move to that step instead?
Yeah, I want to engage a new foe. So yeah, I want to move.
Make your roll first, then.
Okay. I miss.
How many resources we got in the plan?
Yeah, I can help with that as well. So you were seizing a position, right?
Yeah, I want to do a front flip over Sen and land behind the person fighting Sen and put my staff in their back.
Yeah, so I think you were about to miss or land on your back or something, and you could de-electrifies her whip and catches your leg or arm and kind of course corrects you a little bit.
Aw.
And I will turn that into a mixed success.
Cool. So I'll take it.
That's what I'm here for, support.
So yeah, no, I don't fall on my ass, and now I have my staff in the back of this equalist.
Okay. So which of the seize a position stuff are you doing? Are you just
Unengaging a new foe because previously Sen was my foe.
Okay. So yeah, you do your flip, and as the sequence of events work, that's what you're going to be doing. That one is stunned, so there's largely not much more to do with that. The other one that is locked in with Ihani, they had expected a little more fight from people, and what they had picked to do was where did it go? Oh, stand strong. So they were going to plant their feet and prepare for incoming blows. They become prepared and automatically block or avoid any negative statuses inflicted on them in this exchange. So they saw the bad that was coming their way, and they got ready to block and parry.
You just watched his friend get beat up.
Yeah, they just watched their friend get beat up, and they were like, yeah, I don't want any of that again, because they are already also impaired, so they were bracing for more. So that's what happens with them. We now have one advance and attack. Who can go now?
All right.
on advance and attack. So that's one learned or basic technique, please.
Yep, I was gonna use the idealist technique. Disorient.
Disorient.
Yeah. Pummel them with blows, mark fatigue to shift their balance. And I was just gonna have like gusts of wind come in and just like try to literally knock them off balance to like open them up.
Okay. And yeah, they've been largely off balance now, but they had braced for this, like was established. They had planted their feet. They took a very strong earth pose to keep their footing. And what I do believe ends up happening as they plant their feet, prepare for incoming blows, they become prepared, and they automatically block or avoid any negative statuses inflicted during this exchange. So they endure it. As you hit them with this gust of wind, you see like the action slide back a little bit, but they're holding strong through that. Anything else for you?
No.
Okay. Evade and observe.
I'm going to. Oh, I gotta roll first. 8.
8.
I will. I will use. I will use my master technique on the other person now. And while I am favored, I get to use another thing even on a miss. So as part of that, I will use bolster and hinder, and I want to not only impair him but trap him. So
well, here's the thing: he's still doing stand strong.
oh, okay.
So
Well, does he mark fatigue then?
No,
I don't know.
He's not taking any negative status inflicts.
Defending maneuver. Oh, is that another?
It's a universal technique.
Oh, universal.
Status and
Okay.
fatigue are different.
In that case, I just trap the person in front of me then.
I'm sorry, Anna. What'd you say?
Fatigue is different from status.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be covered.
All right.
Oh, then yes, he does take the fatigue. Excuse me.
So she'll fling some metal bindings at him and then snap some more on the person who's stunned and trap them.
Where does it say they take fatigue?
No, it doesn't.
You take fatigue when you.
I
do
thought
fatigue.
the ability did the thing,
Okay.
but it doesn't. It actually doesn't. It actually says it clear fatigue. Anyway, I'm gonna mark trapped on the person I'm engaged with, and my metal bindings don't hit that guy if he's blocking them.
Yeah, they don't.
So cinematically, she snaps some more metal bindings on the guy and just metal bends him flat on the ground, and then flings like 2 more at the other guy who either dodges or whacks him aside.
As the sequence of events goes through. Oh, sorry, no. Yuka still has to go. Yuka, please.
Yes. Yes, I do. Come on, give me a 10 or higher. Fuck.
See ya.
And reading Here's the Plan, I realize I cannot aid myself.
No.
7. Basic or master. Is the only person evading and observing is Sen, correct?
Yes. And
Emmy. But aside from me, the only
Yes.
person. Sen, are you injured or conditioned? Have conditions?
I have fatigue. I don't think I have a condition yet. Unless...
Single fatigue?
Yeah, because he marked fatigue on me.
Okay. Won't do that then. I will do... since these two equalists have a lot of statuses on them already,
Yeah.
I'm going to commit to move my balance back to my center.
Okay.
And then if I'm moving it towards towards one of my principles, I'm moving it towards progress, because then if I live up to one of my principles, I don't mark for fatigue, which I think, does that mean if I use technology, I'm not going to mark fatigue? I don't know. That's something we can figure out later. But that's it for me.
Okay. Not for the sake of breaking immersion, but there's a request to wrap up a little early. So this combat realistically is only going to last for one more round, because you guys are beating the heck out of them. Even if that guy hunkered down for one round, his friend is basically out. And so if you all dogpile on this other guy, he probably won't last another round. So let's go into it. I have my phase ready. What is everybody picking?
Evade and observe.
Evade and observe.
I actually just have a question.
Sure.
Would shifting the balance away from center from my move disorient still occur since it's not a status?
Yes. I think
Alright, so mark it further towards freedom. So that's 2.
Okay. Gotta mark that freedom. And I gotta make sure their health, in quotes, doesn't tip over too soon. But what's everybody else doing for their steps?
Evade and observe.
Evade and observe. That's 2 evade and observes.
Evade and observe.
3 evade and observes.
Yeah, evade and observe.
4 evade and observes. Okay.
I don't really have anything that I'm kind of like holding the one guy there because we're going to question him later.
Yeah,
is
no,
my thought.
That's fine. I was just saying, we could probably knock this guy out this round, but everybody's just gonna watch.
Yeah, we're not going to question him. We're going to call the cops as we leave because we're just civilians.
It's true.
Fair. That's a good point.
Yeah. All right. So cool. That's 4 evade and observes. I need one from Lily.
I said Lily was going to advance an attack. I
Lily's going to advance an attack. I did not hear that. So 1 advance and attack, 4 evade and observes. This guy is going to continue defending and maneuvering because he is outnumbered, and so he is playing on the defensive. So what he is doing is I have to keep tabbing between all of the stuff to keep it up. He was going to suck it up. Focus and absorb a blow, readying yourself to act immediately after. For each attack that inflicts fatigue, conditions, or balance shifts on you this exchange, choose 1 additional technique next exchange. So, assuming he makes it through this round, he's going to have a lot to do next turn, which is what I had braced him to do, but I also fully expected him to be knocked out this round. So, he gets ready to weather more attacks from y'all. Lily with the advance and attack, please make a roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You are rolling to advance an attack, which is... Yeah, help me out. I don't know. Which one is it? Advance and attack. I wish these things would be more clear. What's advance and attack, guys?
Advance and attack is...
Passion.
Passion, yeah.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Failure.
No.
Okay. She doesn't get to do anything on the failure, right? That's just a hard miss.
She can mark a fatigue if she likes. No. Shift your balance away from center to use 1 basic technique if you want.
Ah, there it is, yeah. On a miss, you stumble, but you can shift the balance away from center to use 1 technique.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay. So, what basic technique would you like to use?
And I'm just going to confirm that's one of the ones listed under advanced. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, any advance in attack, basic technique.
I am going to strike a foe in reach, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift their balance or center their choice. Mark 1 fatigue instead to choose to hammer them with your blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue, strike where they are weak and fatigue and condition. I want to do another fatigue and force them to mark 2 by just hitting with my bro a lot.
So you're marking 2 fatigue for this then, and they are going to take. Sorry, so many things open. When you hit them, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue or strike their weak fatigue condition. Which one did you say you wanted to do?
Now I want to mark 1 fatigue to hammer them with my blows, forcing them to mark 2 fatigue.
Forcing them to mark 2 fatigue. Is that 2? Is that supposed to mean 2 additional fatigue?
No. Originally, you have a choice, but when she spends the fatigue on herself, it forces you to choose the 2 fatigue instead of giving you the choice. It takes the choice away from you at a cost.
But then it also says or strike where they are weak, inflicting a condition, which was an option as well.
Yeah, she chooses. When she pays the fatigue on herself, she chooses which of those 2. So it takes the choice away from you and gives it back to the player.
Okay. So
at a cost.
It's not me picking one, she's deciding which one they take. I got it. Okay, that makes more
If
sense.
if she doesn't take fatigue, it's you picking. If she takes fatigue, then she gets to pick.
Okay, and Janny, which one were you picking for them? That makes so much more sense. Thank you.
The 2 fatigue.
You're gonna have them take the 2 fatigue. Okay. And then I said that they were on Suck It Up, which means each attack. It does not stop you from hitting them this time. So they will take more fatigue, and I need to check to see how much fatigue they have left, which is probably not much because these guys are not very bulky. I like that the shopkeeper has the same amount of fatigue as the soldier. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. Totally makes sense. They only have 3 fatigue, which means the fatigue that they had taken last round, toppled with the fatigue that they have now, will mean the end of that when that comes, but we resolve that at the end. Advance and
Lily's
attack.
yelling as she's doing that out the artifacts.
Yeah. Lily is venting her frustration at all of the damage. Who wants to go first on evade and observe?
I will.
Full success. Finally.
I'm very sorry about this. Because one of the guys is trapped, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
Like, straight up. Okay. So we just have the 2 vigilantes we're facing.
Mhm.
Would I know if Sen's sword has any sentimental value to her?
Have what?
Any sentimental value? Is your sword important to you, or is it just a sword? Would I know that? Because I'm going to break something, and it's either going to be your sword or it's going to be Hani's glider.
Oh no.
She has no sentimental value to it. It's a tool.
Break it.
Okay. Well, I don't have to break it necessarily. I have to render it useless. So I guess I can, like, pull it away from you. Essentially electrify it and pull it away. That's what I'll do. I will mark a fatigue. To use a learned technique, which turns it into practice, and I'm going to use break. So I whip. Seeing that it's just the 2 vigilantes and we need to put on a show, I'm gonna whip my whip out and it wraps around your sword and electrifies. And kind of as you drop it, I'll pull it back away from you to leave you unarmed. And that is my move.
Alrighty. Who's next?
I will test balance on the stun guy and ask him who his boss is, I guess.
But he's stunned. No, that's fine.
I mean, stun doesn't mean
I know
knocked out.
it was a joke. It was a joke. Yeah, go ahead.
A mixed success?
So you get to do the one, but you said you wanted to do the basic question. So
Yeah.
who are you working for? And he says, I'm working for all the downtrodden people, all of the non-benders who stand up against filth like you. We are many. We are coming. Be afraid.
I reply, I'm a non-bender too, and you know what?
You're part of the problem.
You're the scum here, and I spit on the ground next to his head.
Yeah, get him. But yeah, he largely spouts more of the rhetoric that probably has Ihani rolling her eyes into the back of her skull.
But yeah, that should move their... I know their balance was already pushed away. I want to push it the same direction it was pushed away before.
You're just full tilting in one direction.
Yeah.
Okay. Said.
8.
Alright.
So, I am favored, so I get to use one extra technique, even on a miss. So I'm going to use 2 techniques. First, the metal bindings on the guy that's still standing. So, I'm flinging out the rest of my metal bindings on the wrists, and they're just going to clasp around him. And then I'm going to use my other technique to inflict a condition.
What are the metal bindings again? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna like go whoosh, and then clap his arms and legs together, and he's gonna be trapped as well.
Yeah. Okay. And Ihani.
Alright, cool.
Come, Lizard Crow, let's get out of here. And I'm scooping
Full
one of them up.
success.
Full success.
Excellent. That means I can pick 2 basic techniques. And I was just looking at it. First off, what I'm going to do with both of them is bolster. And then I'm going to say, alright, we stopped it this time. You two, good luck with getting the police here. And I am going to leave them feeling inspired as I start to take off.
Stay safe, citizens.
Nice.
And I'm just running. We're just like each running with one over our shoulder.
Cool. Yeah. So that largely wraps everything up. This guy had hunkered down expecting to be able to endure, but then he gets assaulted from 5 sides and does not hold out for very long. In particular, Lily's vicious assault on him with a broom brings the guy down before the legs are swept out from under him from the metal bindings, and he hits the ground hard. And then he's dragged off by these 2 vigilantes, bringing an end to our combat. For the sake of needing to end early, this is a segue that I will use to get Yuka out of here as well. The police do arrive shortly. It seems like the grandfather had contacted the police as soon as they saw something happen. So before long, the police are there, and they're taking investigation questions. They're looking into things. You guys have largely figured out that the family is on the up and up. Lily can corroborate that their family is not doing anything illegal in regards to working with the Equalists, because you have found out that the Equalists were trying to steal something from them. In particular, they were trying to steal the Dragon Turtle Claw through that conversation that was revealed. Why they wanted a Bender artifact remains largely unknown to you all, but some of you might be able to guess. But the implications are there. They wanted to steal this very important artifact, and you stopped them. with this, Yuka has their heartfelt goodbyes with all of you. You see them off at the airship. Their aunt is there as well. And we'll kind of close out tonight because one of you really needs to step away. So I apologize for fast tracking and ending tonight, but we will come back next week and hit it hard.
Do we want to do our questions real quick?
Nah, we'll do it next week because, again, this is somebody wanted to step out quickly, so I'm going to give them the opportunity to go. We can do the questions next week. Anna, just go over your questions, mark down your stuff, because when you come back, you'll be good to go. We're going to miss you. Have a good procedure, and thoughts and prayers and all that.
Hope everything goes smooth.
Yeah.
Swift recovery, Godspeed.
Keep us posted if you're able. And yeah, all that good stuff. Everybody have a great night. We will see you soon. Some of us will be back next week, or not next week, on Wednesday for